this look for you today. It's like a sort of simple smoky bronze eye, and I used a little bit of cream contouring for the face. So yeah, if you'd like to know how to do this, keep on watching.
Okay, makeup lovers, let's jump right in. This day I had some tan developing. I love me some fake tan, so I chucked some Eco Tan face tan water on there. Moisturiser, obviously pick your own. This one's just a chemical free. Now I always start with eye makeup first, with Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC, and just actually a paintbrush. So I prime all the way up to my brow. Just helps the eyeshadow last longer. Brows, I'm blonde at the moment, so I use MAC Omega just on a angled brush. My brows aren't really that prominent. I do have a fringe, but I do like to highlight them. So I take the Graftobian palette, second lightest shade, and actually just chisel out my brows. I find it cleans them up a lot, and just like the way it looks. Just using a artist paintbrush actually. Next I lay down my transition shade, which is MAC Cork, just with the 217 brush. I pop that on in the outer corner, sweeping it all the way in, and actually just blending the heck out of it into my crease. Personally, for my eye shape, I like this kind of look. My eyes are very small. I tend to run out of a lot of space. I kind of hit my eyebrow if I go too far, but I do like it sort of soft and smoky. So don't be too precise with this, it will be all blended out later as well. Next up I'm taking MAC Bronze. It's a nice warm brown shade, makes it kind of nice and smoky and shimmery without having to use black. If I was going out at night, I would probably then lay down black on top of this as well. But this was actually just a day look. I went on a day trip after this, probably wearing far too much makeup. Next up is MAC Chocolate Brown Pigment, and I mix that with 1 drop of the Napoleon Cake Eyeliner Sealer, just to make a paste. And I actually just use a little concealer brush. I don't really use brushes for what they're meant for. I'll use them for what I like to use them for. There are no rules to makeup in my eyes. I lay that down wet. It helps it sort of stick and adhere, and then I take a flat shader brush and pick up the dry chocolate brown pigment and just tap that on the top. Gives that extra bit of shimmer, makes it set in really well, last really well. Again, I'm not being too precise when I lay that down. I'll come back in with the MAC 217 brush and again just blend out, smoke it out, keeping it all nice and soft. This eye makeup look is mega easy for beginners. It's only using a few shadows and it's a good one to practice blending with. I'll grab the concealer brush that's actually still a little bit damp, pick up some dry pigment and drag that along my lower lash line and smoke that out with a 217 again, just to balance it out. MAC Black Track is my eyeliner of choice. It lasts so well. I'll use a artist paintbrush yet again. Don't discount the artist paintbrushes, they're actually really good for makeup usage and generally a lot cheaper. I'll be completely honest and say that I completely fudged up the eyeliner this day. I was using a mirror that was angled. Whoop, there we go. So it wasn't the best to apply eyeliner. But I ended up screwing up actually twice, as you're about to see. But I did end up fixing it and show you that you can actually fix it without having to redo it entirely. Oh, there we go. So that side ended up being thicker. I was like, nah, I'll be chill. I'll fix it up on the other side and we'll be sweet. No, not having I decided that I just wiped the wing off, just with a baby wipe. Again, just re-blended the outer corner and sharpened it up with MAC Black Track, just without a wing this time. Fave eyeliner ever is Estee Lauder Double Wear eyeliner in black. This is actually my third pencil I've been through. Just lasts really well in your waterline. And favourite mascara is Max Factor Masterpiece Max in black. It's the blackest, it lasts the longest, it doesn't smudge, it doesn't go under your eyes like a panda. Highlight, I do love me some MAC pigments, so I used Vanilla, which is like a golden, love. So highlight the brows, chucked it in the inner tear duct, and then just cleaned up underneath, which is why I do my eye makeup first. All the eyeshadow falls everywhere, gospel. Maybelline Superstay. Now I've been trying out this foundation. I have combination skin, it's summer in Australia at the moment. It is fairly light to medium coverage. I don't need a whole lot, just enough to cover the freckles. And I use it on a duo fiber brush. I haven't used a beauty blender as yet, like the rest of YouTube. Now, concealer. I take a warm, sort of peachy shade, just on, it's actually just a flat foundation brush. It is my absolute holy grail step. I have a very purpley blue pigment under my eyes, which I absolutely detest. So I always do this. I don't tend to use like a lighter shade like a lot of people highlight. Personally, sometimes I do, but not this day. It looks very overdone sometimes during the day. And I just use that concealer on other spots. Cream contouring is my favourite thing to do on myself and for clients. I'll grab a light shade and put it on the tops of cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and a little bit on my chin. Because I have a fringe, I don't do my forehead, otherwise I would do a triangle in the centre of my forehead as well. And then cream contour as well. So we take a warm dark shade, I would adjust it for a client based on skin tone. Go slightly underneath the cheekbones in like a C shape. Chisel in those cheekbones. I go down the sides of my nose. It's not super noticeable, but cameras and photography tend to pick it up really well. I'll actually do it almost to every single client because it's undetectable. Just around the jawline a little bit under the lower lip, makes it look a little bit fuller. Leah looking sexy now. And then we blend that as well. It looks super sort of noticeable before setting powder. Setting powder tends to take off the edges. With the nose particularly, I'll blend downwards just so I don't smudge those highlighting areas as well. I actually just wipe off the same brush and just go in and blend the highlights as well. You could get a clean brush. I was just being incredibly lazy this day and I'd already been doing my makeup for this. This took me an hour and a half to film. I will never, a little bit of extra hair there, whoops. Never underestimate YouTubers again. This is Inika Loose Mineral Foundation in Nurture, which is like a beigey shade. Just been testing it out. Quite like it as a setting powder. So we go all over the face, always in downward strokes, just to make the hair on the base like that. Laguna, NARS Laguna Bronzer with an angle brush. Fave bronzer. As you can tell, I've hit pan. I'm very sad about it. This is my second one of that, and I actually just go over the contour areas just to. The Graftobian palette tends to be very warm, So this actually just takes some of that warmness out. It's a nice bronzy neutral shade. And my new fave blush is Tarte Exposed. It's not too pink, not too peach. It's just a really nice warm pink tone. Goes really well with like a bronze goddessy style makeup. And again, I got Tarte Exposed, the highlight shade. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Just using an artist paintbrush again. I sometimes use my fingers, depending on how clean my brushes are and how quick I want to get out the door. So tops of the cheekbones, Cupid's bow, little tiny bit on the end of the nose. Yes, loving it. Lip liner, MAC Cork. I kind of contour my lips as well with this shade. Is a very dark brown. So I'll line my lips with this. It kind of is a Kylie Jenner-esque lip with the contouring of it. After this, I'll take a lip brush and just blend out that lip line so it's not as crazy dark. MAC Faux is my favourite lipstick at the moment. Again, like a warm pink. Kind of mixes in with the lip liner a bit and does that kind of pinky beige shade that's very in right now. And just happens to suit Tarte Exposed blush, all that sort of jazz. And this is the finished look. It's kind of easy bronze, smoky eye, good for beginners. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.